Greetings, Warriors of the Ring. My name is Strider656, and I'm so excited to bring you back into a War of the Ring game. I've been busy streaming and watching a lot of the Fury of Dracula tournament, so I have been away from War of the Ring. But I was really excited to share this game with you today. This is a game that I played against Mole. Mole was in contention to win the tournament. He was in the 1 versus 2, and this is a practice game. So I'm calling this game, taking on a champion with a question mark, and we'll see how this goes. So what we do is, because he's getting ready for game 3 in the tournament, we actually start by bidding, because I want to practice what the tournament's going to be like. So I said, let's put into the higher seed, and you can start bidding. He says, okay, thank you. He bids 2 tokens to play Fellowship, so I accept. Because even though I hate tokens, I think they provide it's because they provide an unbalance to the game, so I'll take it. Why not? So I take the 2 tokens, and here we go. Let's see what happens with the game. He allocates no eyes turn 1. As you can see, I have Axe and Bow and Swords and Eriador. These are both good. These are playable cards, so I'm feeling pretty good right now about my chances. He only rolls 1 muster here, which is good for me, but it's a lot of movement. And I roll this die. So I think, as I rewatched this game, I played this about a week ago. What I could do is I could try to draw a strategy card and see if it could potentially be any of the cards that will make me run with Aragorn. But there's only 1 eye, so that might be an error. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see what I do. I don't remember. Ooh, I guess that I don't do that. Well, current Strider would do that. So I pass. And he moves Gorgoroth and the Condense there. Notice how he moves them correctly. Thank you, Mole, for doing that. Some people like to put the orcs again in the Crack of Doom. And it's annoying because it looks like they're dunking in the ring. Or they're just dunking themselves. So that's my opinion of that. Passes, and Mordor is ready to go. I play Swords and Eriador so I can draw 2 cards. I do the elites. I get Dane and Kindred of Glorfindel. Kindred can help me keep drawing. Dane is great to have. All of my cards are not bad right now. I'm feeling pretty good. Not going to lie. Just moving my microphone closer to my mouth. All right. He moves up. I move the Fellowship again. For the first time, actually. Hits on a 6. Let's see how he rolls. Ooh, painful. So we didn't get very far today. Let's see if Gandalf sticks around or if he dies with a toe stubbing. 1 R. I will not kill him to that. I'm not happy in the chat. You can see I do drop a WTF, which is fair. Thankfully, this isn't Lords of Middle Earth. So I take the corruption. Moves up. I move the elves down. Moves up again, I think, and I flip the Fellowship. Now he's crashing the elves up here, but I do have Dane Ironfoot's guard, so I could use the muster action to move the elves down, but instead I don't. I don't want to give him an easy Witch King, because again, this is a base game. In the Lords of Middle Earth expansion, it's very tempting to just put everyone to war, especially the elves, so you can get an elven ring. Going to turn 2, I draw into Athelas and Emerald Dol Amroth. You'll notice I say pass in the chat. You're required to say that if you have tokens, because you could theoretically go again. Fellowship, okay, allocates 1 eye, rolls 1 more. Only has 1 muster. Interesting, he didn't muster anyone to war last turn. So I didn't give him any rings, so he can't even get the Witch King here unless I give him a ring. I play Kindred of Glorfindel right away to see if I can draw some more reinforcement cards, like potentially King Brandsman would be awesome right now. So I get to draw 2. I do a Path of the Woses and Círdan ships. Neither help, but Círdan's nice because the elves might go to war. That's what I'm thinking here. Sauron decides to go to war. So now that army is scary. Should I move the elves down? Maybe using a token? I just regularly move him down. Because I realized I won't get the dwarf in time anyway, so it's a waste of a token. And he put all the guys in Umbar down here as well. He passes. Now he puts Woodland Realm under siege. I'm not going to do anything about that. I'm just going to go in siege. Now he could get the Witch King, but he doesn't have another muster showing. I send him with the Fellowship. Safe on the second move, which is good. And he's moving the Southrons and Easterlings around, it looks like. South Rune to East Rune. They're condensing in East Rune. But I'm not worried because they're nowhere near at war. At this point, that's what I'm thinking. And now the dwarves are like, you know what? We're not going to sit here and watch this nonsense. We're gonna call Dane Ironfoot's Guard in. So Dane shows up. He plays Hill Trolls. Plus, I'm going to lose a card anyway. And my cards are really good. The only card I might lose is Path of the Woes that's here. Axe and Bow could be good, but I don't know. We'll see what I get rid of next turn. He plays Hill Trolls, which he can do because Sauron is at war. Turn 3. So again, he's got no minions, but I still have Gandalf. So with the Fellowship, we decide to go towards Moria. Yeah, okay, it's one eye, rolls one more. So now he gets the muster. So he's going to get the Witch King this turn. I might get Gandalf the White. Probably not, because he'll probably wait till the last action to get a minion in. Plus I have to move the Fellowship because Gandalf is still alive. He misses. I say, damn. LOL. And I just realized I didn't have a minion at that time. And I realized I gave him a ring, which is probably a mistake. But, you know. Why not? So there goes the Witch King. He's here. So now he's going to go from 7 dice to 9 dice, potentially, because he has a ring. He says, yeah. I'd say rub the salt in. Okay. So I move the Fellowship again. I'm hit, and it's a 2. Perfect. Because they're not revealed through Moria, unless he plays like a Nazgul Search here, which would suck, but we don't know what he has. So Strider's the guide now. Woodland Realm. Alright, what am I going to do here? Probably roll over. That army is incredibly large. So I'm not going to play a card. It's a waste. He gets 2 hits. I get 1. He presses. So Lure of the Ring is gone. So he's playing his corruption cards, I'm noticing. No card. He gets his hit. I don't get anything back. So that was, at least I got rid of 1 elite, so that's always a win. And the Fellowship is doing decent. So, and I have Danes to play. I already played Dane. I can play Emerald of Amroth. I could play Athelas. It's kind of a waste. I could play Axe and Bow. I have a lot of options here. Let's see what he does. Moves. So he's threatening here. These guys are not at war yet. I think he's just going to muster Isengard down and then get Saruman. That's what I would do for the last 2 actions. I put Emerald of Amroth. It's a great card. I don't want to lose it. And he does not move Isengard down. Instead, he puts pressure on the dwarf. I can't talk. The dwarves here. I'm not going to give him a ring to move that guy. It is what it is. Play Axe and Bow. Just to protect the Fellowship some more. Erebor's under siege. So the dwarves showed up, which is nice. At least they have their leader. The guy in Iron Hills is probably like... He probably got stranded. That's what I imagine. Like, the dwarves are like, come on in, let's go! You know when your parents call you in? For those of us who played outside back in the day. And the dwarf was just ignored it. Now he's just locked out forever. It's kind of sad if you think about it, that poor dwarf. Just hanging on the Iron Hills. Probably the sad violin playing. But Gandalf's gone, so I just need a Will of the West here, and I can get Gandalf. I almost say Fellowship okay, then I say hold not okay, so I can get through Moria. He allocates and I rolls 2 more. I rolled my Wills to the West, which is awesome. So I'm going to move my Fellowship right away. That's what I'm thinking, because I want to do this before he can do any kind of BS on the Fellowship. I want to get at least 1 movement in. and I have my Wills of the West. I don't have to worry about potentially um, losing it because he still has to muster 3 times to play a Day Without Dawn if he has it. He misses totally. Isengard goes down 1. I just had him with the Fellowship again. Why not? Now he hits and draws an eye. And I decided to take that as corruption. I don't want to use Axe and Bow because Foul Thing from the Deep is still in there. And Axe and Bow can protect that. So we're on our merry way to path to Estimnet. Revealed. Saruman is in. He's here. Flip the Fellowship. So he could technically crash into Helm's Deep here if he wants. But he decides he wants to get rid of that unit in Iron Hills. He destroys him, but at least the guy hits back. So the guy's running around the hills, and he chucks an axe, hits one of them, celebrates, and then gets stomped. So that's what I would imagine happened. So the dwarves go all the way to Wart. Gandalf the White shows up, and Lorien by accident, I move him to Fangorn, where he should be. I'm going to lose some cards here, so I'm hoping he does some attacks so I can get rid of some of this stuff. We'll talk about the cards in a minute. Dex Erebor, what should I play? Probably a Sudden Strike, Path of the Woses, or Fear Fire Foes. Sudden Strike. Got 1. He gets 2. And I got 1 back. He stops and draws a character card. He says it's my turn, but because I forget. So I pass because I have tokens. So if he attacks again, I can play Shield Wall to see if the dwarves can hold out. If he plays 1 star, 1 twist, then I'm going to lose a card. I draw Elven Cloaks and Aomer. What would you get rid of? Think for a second. I think I get rid of the Red Arrow? But that's the Scouts. Red Arrow, Fear Fire Foes, I don't remember. Fear Fire Foes. Allocates an eye, rolls 2 more. Lots of musters, which is good. He can get everyone to war here. And he has a ring, so he could always do 4 attacks this turn. I know it looks grim. As Shadow, you want to attack a lot more. Let's see what I roll. 2 movement, pretty good. I can't make it to Mordor, but I'm thinking maybe I should discard. I should get to Minas Tirith, because War with Star and Toil is annoying. Move the ring. I missed. Move Southern's Easterlings down, I think, and I move the ring again. Missed again, and I'm done moving for this turn. So if he plays Nazgul Search, that would ruin my day. But we'll see what happens. So now the Southern's Easterlings are all the way to war. I decided to play Red Arrow for the actual card, because now I can move up to protect Helm's Deep if needed. And I get to also move... I forgot to move Rohan down. I should have moved Rohan down as well. I forgot. Attacks Carrick, which makes sense because he can take them out with minimal pain. He takes him, and my guy just rolls over, no hits back. We'll attack Dale from Vale of Karnan, which he can do. He gets to 6. I get nothing back, so I'm rolling really badly. But at least the Fellowship is doing decent. But he's going to be up at 5 points relatively quick. Why is Gondar moving down? Oh, because I used a token. I'm thinking now I can muster up in Gondor. Because you want to save a token for cruel weather potential. That's always what you want to use it for. It also could be used for delays of Saruman. But I'm thinking if I do this, I can get Gondor to war, then I can start mustering up in Gondor. Because that's where I see him going. If you look, you can see Lorien's pretty empty. So I don't see anyone going this way. It looks like he's going Gondor and here, which is 10 points. So he uses his ring to move everyone up and onto here. So the dwarves just are like, okay, what are we going to do now? We'll see. Gondor's to war. He attacks Erebor. Playing a character card, I play Sudden Strike. Plays Air Terrible. My Sudden Strike is pretty terrible. 0 hits. And he gets 1 hit total. And I get 1 hit back. So I'm feeling really mad here. So in the chat, I say this feels kind of tilted. Let's see if I'm right to say that. This is after the fact. You can tell me what you think. Am I right to say that? Let's look. Apparently my screen transition... There we go. Alright, so I'm currently -2. I've rolled 2 6s all game. And 3 5s. He's +2. So I understand my concern. It's not without its sadness. So I agree with myself in the present. All right. So he is he pressing? I think he is. No card. He's playing Falcon from the Deep. That's great news for me. So now I can use Axe and Bow without fear. That's what I'm thinking. And he only gets... So it doesn't even help him get a hit. So he only gets 1 hit there. I get 3 back. So as soon as I complained, my luck swung a little bit. He presses again. 6 to 3. He plays Dread and Despair, so I only roll 1 die. He gets nothing. I get nothing. I think that was a Candle of Corpses, too. So that's great to see out of the pool. So he's definitely going a lot of... He's playing his Corruption cards as combat cards. So I'm seeing... Maybe I should be rushing the Fellowship. But I'm going to muster up in... Ooh, okay. I'm threatening military now because of the dwarves are at war. So I decided to move those guys over and these guys up. Just to protect Helm's Deep. Alright, we go into the next turn. Turn number 6. I said there might be an error. So I have Through a Day and a Night and Elven Rope. But I do declare in... But don't close the game. I do declare in Minas Tirith because I want to get rid of War Star and Toil. And if you look at all my character cards, they're great. I don't want to lose any of them. But it does delay my ring game a little bit. But now if I get 3 movement, I can get to Mordor this turn 6. Okay, it's an I. Rolls 2 more, and I roll plenty of movement. So I start by passing, so we're even. Let's see what he's doing. He moves the guys from Dale into Erebor, so that hopefully he's thinking that force can take him. And Gondor is being looked at. So I have to decide what I want to do here. Definitely move the ring, so I think I'm going to start with moving the ring. And I move them, missed. So I'm probably pretty good. It's got to move 1 more time safely. And the third movement, doesn't matter if I'm revealed or not. It means Cruel Weather cannot be played. Minas Tirith doesn't matter. If you count for Minas Tirith, it's 3. 1, 2, 3. If they move me back to Losternock, it's still 3. Because Gilly is a huge region. Plays Dreadful Spells on Erebor. Kills 2 of the dwarves. I'm with the Fellowship again. I'm hit. It's a 1 reveal, not what I want to see. But I know I can use Axe and Bow now because Falcon from the Deep is gone. So I'm revealed, not happy about that. But he might have Cruel Weather. Attacks Erebor, no card. Gets his 6. And I get hit back. But at least it took a little while to fall. It stalled him a little bit. But, it's turn 6. I might get to Mordor here. But... everything else looks pretty mustered up, so I feel kind of safe right now. Put Elven Cloaks in the pool, and then I ask if I can take it back, because I actually do the math here. And what I should be doing is hiding the Fellowship first. So I hide them with the muster die, because I do have... Oh, I changed my mind, because I want to use the muster to muster up in Minas Tirith, if needed. And then I'll play my token next, so I take the last action. So he shows he does not have Corsairs of Umbar. Who knows? These guys are moving down. I don't know why. They finished Erebor. Maybe they're having a party in Dale. I don't know. What you can think of that storyline. With the Fellowship, What am I doing? What am I doing? I should be using the token. It's 0 reveal. I'm lucky. That was so stupid. Oh my goodness. And he draws a 1, so I take the 1. And now he plays the Black Captain commands to attack Pelargir. No card. I play through a day and a night to get a hit back. And I don't hit, but I do get 1 hit. I decide to muster an elite in Minas Tirith. And he's going towards Minas Tirith now, too. It worked out for me, but I was so stupid. I'm so mad at myself that I did that. But it worked out. Again, when you have a token, you should use a token, then move as your final action. That gives the free people some momentum. All right, let's see what I draw. I draw Ents and Riders of Theoden. I like all of my cards. I'm probably going to get rid of Riders of Theoden. Or actually, I'm probably going to get rid of Ents. Because there's no reason to play him. And Fear of Ents is always scarier. So I do drop the Ents. They're gone. I'm in Mordor. Declare. He allocates 1 and rolls 2 more. Not a roll you want, a shadow. So I'm looking at my roll. And I'm going to risk the Will of the West here. So I hide using the Palantir because I know I can muster up in Gondor to be annoying. Maybe I should have done that first, actually. He puts the ring as mine in the pool. Which tells me I should move the Fellowship so he's not putting more stuff in the pool. But if I had noticed, if you look at his character, you'll see that he actually has no character cards to play, so there's no reason to rush this. I should just muster up while I can. Move the Fellowship, and I draw 3, which is perfect. I take a random, and it's Mary. Not what you want to see. You want to see one of the 2 companions. Even Strider's not bad. But I'm up to 4, so at least I'm out of Morgul Wound range. The Mouth comes in. I play Athelas because I have Strider as the guide. And I get 2, which is great. So I'm back down to 2 corruption. He attacks Minas Tirith, put under siege. Not too worried about the military. Let's see. Where can he get his points? He can get Minas Tirith, right? But he doesn't have that big of an army. So Minas Tirith is 2. And his last 2, I guess he could try for Dol Amroth, but he's nowhere near it. I'll be mustering up a lot before he gets there. Okay. Next is Gileath. To use no card, he gets nothing. I get nothing. He presses, and I go to Druidane Forest. Now I decide that I want to move last. So I'm going to give him a ring at the very end of the turn so I can move and then hide. And now I draw into Faramir's Rangers. Again, classic War of the Ring. You always draw the card you need the moment after you need it. I say LOL, the irony in the chat. Play Half Orcs and Goblin Men. Now that this looks a little scarier. You can play Fighting Uruk-hai here, potentially. I play Aemir to make Helm's Deep scarier for him. Oh, it's just Fighting Uruk-hai. Okay, I kind of predicted it by saying that. He starts with Relentless Assault and gets 4 right off the bat. I get 3 back. So I took 5 total damage off of him. Going to round 2. I probably need to play Daylights and a Shield Wall just to stop this nonsense. Start the Daylight. He plays Swarm of Bats, cancels it. And that helps him get 2 hits. Otherwise, he would have gotten just 1. And I get 2 back. I'm down to 1. Do I have a Heroic Death? I don't. So he plays Great Host. And I know I can't do anything about that. And yeah, Minas Tirith is gone. So now I'm kind of scared. I know I have to move the Fellowship because he's going to get 10 points easy now. He can go 2 cities. He can go Edoras. He can go the Shire. But the Shire is scary because I did play Swords and Eriador earlier. So this looks scary for Shadow. Let's see what I can draw in the Hunt Pool. I'm holding on to Elven Cloaks. Could that be an error? Hunt Pool has 5 eyes in it. 1 is a red eye. If I draw the red eye, that would be awful. I draw just a regular eye. Not the best. And I think about it, and I think I need Strider's hide ability, a guide ability. So I actually take a random and draw Pippin. So I take 3. And that's the end of the turn, so I can hide the start of next turn. And my corruption is still decent, but I need to be able to use his ability to hide and not wasting my movement dice. I have one ring left. All right, fellowship, okay. Let's see what I drew for cards. I totally missed that. I drew Wisdom of Elrond and the Smeagol helps Nice Master, another blue tile. Rolls 2 eyes, plenty of stuff. I roll a lot of Wolves of the West. I decided to flip using that because I still have 4 movement here with a ring, and I don't want to lose a die from Will of the West or 2 dice. He attacks Druidane, so it looks like he's going Helm's Deep. He's going Rohan to finish the game. I play Confusion on him, and he's not confused at all. He just kills them. I got 1 back. And they're moving out. All right, I move the Fellowship. I need to not get a reveal. Well, I could get a reveal. I can't. I have to get a non-reveal tile, either this one or the next one. Oh, that's painful. I don't remember that at all. The Ring is Mine is the worst thing I could draw. So I'm feeling kind of helpless here, but we'll see. And that's worth Strider. Ooh, not worth Strider. I take a random and draw Strider anyway. Okay. Destiny, he says. Legolas is the guide. And it looks like he's moving south to North Dunland. He could be looking at the 4 cities. But again, I can just move those dwarves in to the Shire, and that's not happening. That's going to ruin his day. Hide the Fellowship. He's moving towards Edoras. I'm going to let him take it, because I'm fine with that. And I'm going to move the other guy into the Shire. Rohan should be at war. Okay, now we're at war. I'm going to use my last muster action probably to just be obnoxious. And I muster a leader into Helm's Deep. And a regular into Dol Amroth. So I could possibly retake in Pelargir if I need it. But I don't want to do anything. He uses a ring now to muster up, it looks like. And Orthanc. So his plan is to get Helm's Deep for his final points. So now I have to move 3 times still. So I'm kind of on the same page here. Oh, don't close the game. Attacks 4, it's from Orthanc, no card. I play Shield Wall. It doesn't help. But I get 2 hits back, which is nice. And I retreat my... What's nice about the 1 hit is now I have 4 leadership in Helm's Deep. Look how ridiculous Helm's Deep is for leaders. Attacks Helm's Deep from the Witch King. I just go under siege. So we're at the battle of our time. It's Helm's Deep for the win. And nothing I can do to retake unless I move that army from Dol Amroth to retake Minas Tirith, but there's too many guys. And he could have a Corsairs of Umbar in hand. Alright, going to turn 9. Draw a Mithril Coat. Help unlooked for. I roll 3 movement. Let's look at the pool. Hunt pool. How many reveals are there? 6 reveals and 4 non-reveals. I had to draw at least maybe 2 non-reveals. We'll see what happens. I move and I draw a 3. That's wonderful news. So Legolas nobly sacrifices himself. I'm at 6 corruption. Shelob's Lair is in the pool. I hate that tile. Move the Fellowship again. And I draw an eye, so I can still win here. That's a 3 reveal, so I take Boromir. And we're up to 7 corruption. Attacks Helm's Deep. Looks like he's trying to cycle his character cards. I play a charge here. Makes sense. He plays Words of Power just to cycle. I charge 1. He gets 3. And I get 2. I'm feeling really unlucky with the combat. As I rewatch, I kind of get angry when you see like all these hits. Because because now that army is kind of pathetic, and he's definitely going to win this turn. So I had the Fellowship. He puts Give It to Us in the pool. If I draw either of these, it's GG. I think, and I say for the tournament win as a joke. So let's see what my chances are. I win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I win 80% of the time here. But we know how Java plays. We'll see. So drum roll, everyone, for the tournament win against Mole. Even though this is not a tournament game, this is a practice game. It's Nenya, move, and I draw, and so if only this is how my tournament had gone, I'd be looking at a win here. But well, didn't win. Didn't get this far in the tournament. So great game to Mole. It was a fun game. It was very tense, very close. And like I said, he probably would have won this turn with all those attacks he had left if I had drawn a red. Otherwise, it would be very epic in the fight for Helm's Deep. It would have helped if I could even get Gandalf in that fight. So the interesting fact about this game is that I was holding on to Mithril Coat, Smeagol, Elven Rope, and Elven Cloaks, but I couldn't play them because otherwise I wouldn't have enough movement to dunk the ring. Let's look at the stats of this gun. Yeah, you're gonna find this interesting. I found it interesting. So interestingly here, I didn't roll a lot of movement. I'm negative. I did roll lots of Wills of the West, which helps. My combat was horrendous. His he at least said +2 on 6s. It felt pretty. It felt military slanted to me. But what are your thoughts of this game? So I want to thank Mole for playing me. That was really fun. Thank you for letting me be your practice opponent. And that was the game, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this. My name is Strider656 again. Please feel to like, subscribe, leave a comment. I read all the comments. I try to reply to all of them. And you can find me on the Discord if you want to play a game at any time. I'm going to be posting a few more videos, but I just wanted to get this one out because I found it very exciting and very fun. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.